This is Drew Spence from Digital Art Live in the Dynamic Universe. At the end of our 8-week course, Advanced Comic Creation, we had the participants supply comic sequences. This is Haunt Rama, Where Are You? Part of the course exercise was to take pre-rendered images and assemble them into a narrative. And layered in that were exercises and goals to accomplish within that story. And they only had a few pages to put it together, but they had to accomplish a storytelling narrative and also I would say, hidden agenda within the story. Something that we're going to do to the reader that we're going to bury inside the story. So this is her submission. Where are you, baby? The first panel, the planet was given as a PNG in isolation, and the background was a separate image. This is what we call composite artwork, where every part of the image is separate pieces. So we're seeing that. Special effects layered in. We begin. Beautiful image. So a progeny was conceived and hidden through gestation and birth in a stealth biot orbiting a second moon. So one of the exercises I can reveal was to establish through a narrative, and we didn't want to do too much showing, we wanted some telling. And then we also broke that backwards into telling it through the images without any text. So already we're getting the narrative beginning, which is the setup. And we didn't do it with an establishing shot. We're just giving you background information. But once I give you this narrative piece, this now changes the artwork to looking organic. So this now looks like something organic related to birth, stars, heaven, the beginning of life, something just organic, which is what was chosen here. This was just a special effect, but now placed in context, it becomes something related to the narrative. Right? Something like a Big Bang, the birth of a star, introduction of our first character. Baby, are you there? Headset, character talking to someone. That means she's thinking. We're seeing outer space. Images placed. Panel work. We did talk about the gutters. In this case, the gutters are removed and become part of the image. This is page level thinking, where now the entire page is part of the canvas. Again, layered images. This is actually the ship which was layered. Space satellite here. Oppressor search parties have tried to find the criminal biobot for years. The pilot suddenly has a new idea. I'm going out. From this choice is probably not a good idea. And again, this is one of those chopped images where this is not the aspect ratio of the render. It's been edited to be a dramatic effect of the character highlight. Okay? Underneath this character's bed is some kind of device they're using. Character heads out, composite page level rendering. An assembled scene, pieces put together. Floats up to this strange device. Oh my God, he sees a baby in the device. And that brings us back to the beginning. Explosion here. So we have the satellite in the background. This scene is difficult to put together. It is the planet as a separate item and element. This sort of baby space carriage separate. Explosion, satellite, and the astronaut in the background. Put together in pieces to tell this particular panel right there. And somewhere on a surface, the baby. So this would lead me to say, I want to see more. Where does this go? I want to get a brighter sense of it, but we have several of the goals accomplished in the course that you didn't quite know you were reading as we went through the story. But that is it. Where are you, baby? Haunt Rama. Very nice work. Again, a lot of graphic detail here. Piece together images. Assembling a narrative. And it gives you the goal at the end of wanting to find out more. You're left wondering, you want answers, so this requires a part 2. So if you read this much, you would say, well, I want to see where this goes. You want to turn some more pages. That accomplishes another goal. You could have easily put here to be continued in the next book, the next story, the next chapter. This is enough of a hook to get you to be curious enough to what's going on that you're going to read more. Haunt Rama from the 8-week course, Advanced Comic Creation. Drew Spence from Digital Art Live in the Dynamic Universe.